Hey guys, morning.
Did you just say good morning?
I wish. You got your score back.
Yeah, I filled that out for Burnside.
That's good. All right. Let me share my screen. All right, let's see what's going on. Pretty funny what they did after hours and now. They didn't really change much. So we came to that boxing range here, which was the supply from here. And you guys see how we responded? I'm pretty sure POC somewhere right in the middle of that. I guess if you don't extend it, it will be right in the middle of that. And right there, yep. Perfect tap. So they have to crack this level if they want to proceed higher. I believe we dipped a little bit here. Let's see, where are we right now? On ETH, yeah. So we dipped a little bit right next to the prior day POC. So we'll check and see. I'm sure this 3-day POC just reinforced here right now. Let's check. So I would say we're most likely in a 3-day balance. Yep. We're in a 3-day balance. Remember, you need the ranges to overlap, and the ranges are overlapping, right? So this is the high of the range. This is the low. This was the access low. We didn't really have access here, meaning like single prints here, but I believe we had some single prints here today that came in after hours, and we'll check to see what's going on in trading hours here. But this is now a 3-day trading period, I would say, for us right here. And we are right. Oh my God. Wow, they really created a heavy node on the top side here. Wow. Well, if this plays to the downside, it's gonna be quick and disgusting here. Man, this looks brutally bearish if we lose this node here at 60. If we lose 60, most likely we're gonna defend this or try to defend this level. But wow, okay. So where did the volume come in? Was it today? Because that's a heavy node. Wow. A lot of it came here. Okay, so your 3-day value area high is 42.78 now. So basically you're in a bracket, right? So I would mark this, make sure you have this. We really need to build what above?
Value.
Value.
We need to build value above. So we really need to establish value. The buyers need to come in control. If they lose this POC, I would switch this over a little bit. Let's see how 65. I think it's too early to call it, but let's see. It looks like 42.60. You can add your day POC here, just for if you're gonna be watching that close on the price action, but I think this POC itself, the 3-day, is gonna be far more important. And this one is sitting somewhere around 71, so you know at least that this range here is gonna offer some resistance. In terms of TPOs, we'll kind of go over them, right? But volume profile, you're right at the POC here. So if you're able to, break this POC level here, 42.60, there's a high chance that you're probably gonna visit the 47, right? We have some, I would say, skinny belly here to fix. So it might be kind of coming back to 55, and they might try to defend this just because the skinny belly, it's not major, but they might try to defend this area. They already defend this 42.60. So if they lose that, most likely they go here, right? And then losing 47, they're probably going to be targeting a little bit lower. This PD value area low is no longer there, right? Just because we have a new value area low that shifted, right? So if they reject this overnight, most likely we're headed to this level here. So I wouldn't call this PD. I would just call this value area low. And then that's at 41. And I believe, if my level are still correct, 36 is where the single prints are. So I will check here in a moment. Any questions from the volume perspective? What needs to happen? So you need to hold the POC to be bullish, right? Any, if they go above and they fail, let's say on this PD value area high, or they come close to this level here, I would expect shorts to work. And anytime they came in here, they basically, rejected them. When they tried to enter the value here, and you see them at 82, they struggled here and they struggled here. And it seems like we got single prints after hours coming in, either Microsoft or Google or somebody disappointed. I don't know which one, but we'll find out. Okay. So any questions here? POC is going to be important. If I was you guys, I'd kind of notate these levels as well. Both of these levels I would have on my charts, just because they're, I would say, pretty big volume nodes. So I would definitely consider it as a level to watch here in between. Okay. Let's turn to TPOs. Excuse me. I mean, this is perfect balance here. Look at this. From their perspective, losing 58, fairly important. Yeah, they have 36 here. They have 36. So this would be a decent level here. You guys know how to do 3-day TPO? Does everybody know how?
Yes.
How would you draw an FVP on TPO here?
You should be able to change the days in the settings.
Yeah, I mean, simple as that, right? So it should be just instead of 14, maybe put 3 here, and then it's going to give you this 3-day POC, and then the 3-day, I guess, value area low is 53.75. And then the value area high matches. So that 78, 77 area, we really need to crack that and start building value above that. Otherwise, I think it's going to be a little bit uglier price action. So we're now looking for two-sided activity. Whatever breaks the range is the one that's going to go. And you have on 3 days, you guys see here, what do we have?
Unfair high and unfair low.
You have unfair value between the both. So whoever cracks this value area high and low, there's a high chance they're going to be targeting to hit the, to clean these single prints. So it would be here, and you would have single prints on the bottom here, right? So they would be targeting to be inside this range and crack these. So range high and range low. I can type. But so far, I mean, that's a lot of single prints here, and then you have some single prints here, and that will just increase this level to be right here, right now. 91.5. Does that make sense? So I'll just change this 3-day, and you can look at it if you'd like on single day, but it really carries no value now because we are pretty much in a 3-day bracket at the moment. So the value area high shifted, but not a lot, right? Shifted a little bit. The POC shifted, and it's still lower than this level after the first, after we hold off and we put the POC still not higher. I would call equal highs on value area high. So the bulls are really not, I would say, in control. They did close above the POC here, which is somewhat bullish, right? Neutral bullish close. If they're able to push this level, guys, over 78.25, I think things change up a little bit, right? On the bottom, what do we have?
Unfair low.
You have an unfair low. You have access here, right? So you're gonna have a little bit of unfair low, and this comes in after a really massive unfair low, right? So you have this one, you have this one. So somebody believes what?
That's a good price to get it at.
This is a decent price for them to get it in for probably a longer term hold. So somebody might have some different ideas about market going down. The only way you would expect to see, if you wanted to short this, you really need to clean up that 2022 value area high, right? So your range low is at 11-ish, 1175. But once you crack, I would say the 3-day value area low here at 47, you're gonna chop here. I would believe you're gonna chop here, and that's something I would look forward to. But clearing below 41, there's a high chance you're gonna be trying to clean up these single prints here. Whether you're gonna break them, do we know? Do we know if you're gonna break these this time?
No.
Nope.
You have no idea, guys. Who knows? If I could tell the future, it'd be great. But no, we don't know. But what we know is if you crack 36, high chance that you're gonna go clean up these single prints, right? Validate them before you go higher. So can they do some kind of traps here, right? They could. I would think they're gonna, if they go this way, they could dance, come back, and then do this. They could also play us all, right? Where it looks like we're putting in a lower low, but in other words, they're just trapping the people. They put in a low and then they reverse and go higher. So that's something to be kind of cautious, especially if you're looking at footprints and your delta is negative here, but you had a massive negative delta here, huge number, smaller, and then you see a nice little positive delta. Be careful of this breakout, right? If we do have a breakout, you want to see massive, red delta along with the candle itself. You want to make sure the effort and result and how aggressive they were at this level matches, because how aggressive they were here is pretty insane. They came in and they bought, almost like open up their wallet and said buy it all, right? So I don't know if volume would agree with that, right? If you think about this, the volume didn't say they bought a lot. It's just that they aggressively, drove the price higher. So I don't see a lot of buying volume at the moment. But let's see, let's look at these candles here. So you have this massive candle sell off, a little less here, a little less. This candle, if this one had a lot of green volume, I think the story might have been a little bit different. I still haven't seen the, confirmation that they want to push higher. I think we could consolidate here. And then when the market becomes too short, meaning remember how we do this and we are not able to break the lows. Well, what do the shorts do?
Recover.
Well, the shorts close their shorts, right? They release the hedges and then the market rips higher. Dumpsty, I don't know if that happens tomorrow, but yeah. The only way it happens is if you lose this 3-day value area low. Can't tell if he's messing with me. Okay. So any questions on ES? I would say pretty straightforward. Anyone?
Yeah.
Yes.
What was what was our delta like at the end of the day?
Well, I'll have to check that in a
I
second.
think we were green, weren't we?
I can check right now. Let's see. Well, you got it. After 4, there was a lot of crap that came in. Okay, well, maybe I should restart this. Let me restart it. I haven't really done that. Oh, there's an update. Okay. It looked like it was green 2000, but I would take a look at what time, at 4, what was the cumulative delta versus 4:15 or whatever time frame you're on, 4:30, because I want to know that they come in after hours, and I'll post them here when it's up, but we'll take a look at it. On NQ, let's see if it's any different. Okay, I'm just gonna delete all of it. I have to increase this bad boy here. Man, is it that much different? Come on,
30.
30? Okay, that much better. Thanks. Well, we are in a decent balance here, and man, they got the VPOC here was killed once, they popped above it, and they failed twice. So this guy really means business here. Oh wow. That is a nasty volume node. Let me change this to about 45. That's fine. Just gonna change this to 100 because these lines killing me, too many of them. Okay. Well, what a bounce. I would, yeah, definitely mark this level here. Honestly, it's pretty much same concept as which one's stronger, ES or NQ?
I'd say NQ is.
Why?
It's above the POC. The POC is going up. It's staying higher. I mean, if you look at the downside, yesterday's day and night difference in how far it dropped.
Okay. Anyone else? Any opinions? Doesn't mean he's right.
We're also above the
D's, right?
3-day node. The 3-day node, we're above the larger node.
Are we?
Right now we are.
Let me see. Put this dotted line here. Yeah, we're still below it. We need to crack this here. 20.
I'm referring to the 3-day volume profile node.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Which one are you talking about? The POC?
Just if you elongate the nodes, yeah, we're above the POC. That's for sure. Of the
Okay.
3-day. We're also above the POC of yesterday. Or
Yep. So you're above the day prior and yesterday or today's, and then of course this one doesn't matter. But you know, this node here is very fairly important. I would say this you crack, you're most likely gonna test here, so not a lot of space, but this node here is gonna be pretty massive as well. So when you look at it compared to ES, right? So let's see if I have that volume node. We are above the prior their POC, yes, today's POC, and we're above the cumulative POC, right?
yeah.
So we are actually in sync with NQ.
Well, I thought NQ was below. Okay.
Where's NQ below?
No, let me see. I don't know. Let me just take a look.
NQ is above
Okay,
this
it's above now.
POC, this
Yeah.
POC, and above the cumulative 3-day POC. Therefore, they're both in sync, which is, so I would say we haven't been in sync like this for a long time. In my opinion, I don't think we've been in sync like that. And I would, if I was you guys, I would definitely draw what here. I would have my 2, 3 sigs here, but if you guys don't feel comfortable drawing them, it's fairly easy. And there's a PowerPoint. So here's your 2 sig. Oh man, there's some decent space. You lose this POC here and 100-point drop comes in super fast. They would clean that up first.
You're on ETH too, by the way, there, Captain.
Yeah, I'm trying to measure the volume profile.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Let's go to regular for TPU. Yeah, that's a nasty looking candle here. All right, in terms of profile, remember what I said? I don't know if you guys read the quiz and understand it, but this is where the negotiating process basically is starting. You have access on the top and you have access below. You're basically, put your boundaries in. And right now, what do you think they're doing? They're trading till what happens? Either we get new information, I think, is it JPOW tomorrow or day after?
I think tomorrow after the market close.
There's some data coming out tomorrow. New home sales.
The GDP, jobless claims.
GDP. Okay,
Oh,
there's
no,
some
that's not, I'm sorry,
papers, 26, that's what, Thursday?
24th. Oh, okay, yeah.
And then PC, the 27th.
PMI, it says.
I thought there was
Oh, that's
JPOW.
today. That's today. No, all I see is new home sales.
Oh, there goes. Yeah, tomorrow is JPOW at 4:35 after the market close. No, it's gonna be fireworks. Okay, so I would definitely on this, the 3-day POC. I believe if you're able to crack that, let me see what is okay on RTH the POC somewhere around here 722. So I would probably consider this to be a decent range for a bounce because of the 3-day value area low, and I would say this RTH POC, and it's a, I would say it's a double node here as well. So it has a skinny belly node between these three here. It's a fairly good amount of support. You have some support here. You have some support here, and then losing this obviously is gonna quickly go down just because there's not a lot of volume below this, right? This is all low volume here, and that's how they're able to kind of spike the price up. I mean, it didn't create much. So if they want to fill that up, they just got to crack below this, I would say, and then they're going to trigger it. And then when you look at TPOs on RTH session, I'm going to hide this for a moment. Obviously, I would say this access on the top matches what? The access on the bottom, right? Meaning the unfair high and unfair low are both set. Now they're just going to kind of go in a negotiating process and figure out where's the value. And then once we get more information, we're going to go there. Value area low being a 67, very close to the POC that we were creating. So the value area low is shifting higher, value area high is shifting higher, and POC is shifting higher. So if you want to see a major run, what needs to happen?
Build value above the high.
Yeah, we really need to build value above this level here, right? So
Yeah.
3-day value area high, you got to build the up, go at least auction there and see if you can hold value, right? So if you go here to 3-day, change this guy here and look how that looks. Not sure why. Okay. So now you're able to see once you're, why is this looking from?
On the 4th day before that, you have kind of a node.
I'm sorry. Where?
You got to be using volume profile. But I was just going to say the 4th day back, it looks like you have a little bit of a node taking up about half the single print area of today that we produced today.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take a look at that. But I'm looking at this 3-day profile here, and it's very close to this one. I mean, we have 34 to 57. I would say that's gonna be tough to trade, guys. 34 to 57 is gonna be brutal. So you really got to auction, above 857 and build value here and then pop, and then you have a chance to fix these single prints that you had here. And then on the low side here, you guys see that your single prints start kind of right here on 3 days, right? So I would definitely mark these 3 days SPs right here. That's a start, right? So if they crack this 3-day value area low, where do you think they're going to target?
609.
Yeah, they're going to most likely target 09, and if they're strong enough, they're going to clean this up as well. But at least you would expect them to come tap this, right? And if they show aggression, then you know they're there, they'll make a higher low and they'll still be squeezing. Some would say it as a ascending triangle, right? Right here, but I don't know. They're still making higher lows. I think the market became way too short and they're gonna come back again, squeeze them. I would think the smart move would be to give them another run up, right? So if you look at this, late sell-off that we had, and you just go from the high to the top right here, and you look where we are, we were not able to get inside where? Inside the value of the sell-off. So they're not really opening the door there. So now if you're able to crack above that, you would anticipate that we come here. I would say this can be a 1-day thing, guys. If they crack this level here, 860, I think they're gonna go here in a single day.
A lot of earnings too.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I would
That-
think that, I mean, look at how important this level is here. This 3-day value area high right here. Man, it is brutally, it's the most important level for Q4. This
It's
level
like-
right here. You clean this up, you're gonna be touching this value area low here, this volume node, and you rejected this very close, I guess, to this one, but I would think they wanna tap this after. So 1977, 4977. So again, close to about 100 points between here and here. But let's see if they're able to crack this 57. That's a huge level right now. Okay, does it make sense why I drew the FVP from top to bottom? Especially new people.
No.
Go away.
Could
Might
you
be
just
easy to
give
you
us
now,
the?
but it's not easy for others, right?
Yeah, it's not. Why did you do that?
Because I'm looking to see where the sellers are. I took the first candle, higher highest high, and then I went to the low. I'm trying to see where the volume was the highest as they were selling, and the volume is highest right here at the POC. And then I'm able to see quickly where's the volume, right? Where's the value area of that? Where's the POC, and where's basically all the nodes are. Like you see, if they get in here, they're able to quickly go up, and that's exactly what they did after hours. They filled this rather quickly after hours, and then they rejected it. And now, if you're not being accepted here, what is the typical rule that you do is that you're gonna test probably this level here soon, and that could happen fairly quickly, right? They could come back here in no time because you're not. They didn't let you get inside this area here. Let me see, where's this POC now here? We're above it. So the monthly POC here should be POC shifted down in October, I guess.
Yeah, a lot of shifts.
Let me look at it. We're almost there on the closing.
The sell-off POC is almost to the June POC.
Oh man. Boy, this is, holy crap, this is a huge zone here. Do you guys see this? June value area low.
Yeah.
August value area low, and then you have October value area low all being here. Oh my god, this is huge. Let's see what the monthly says. We're back inside the balance. Holding 14,750 is, I would say, 4-month balance. That is a huge level. That's a huge, huge level. And then October is at 38. Okay. So the POC is pretty high up there. If If they're able to reclaim this, we could potentially fly to this 114 and then 15.3. Honestly, it's all about the 57 for me. 57 is going to be huge. Goes to 85, you get tested there major. If you get that reclaimed, honestly think you're setting up reversion to the mean, and then this P shape here, if you want to call it, POC gets retested. So that 57, if we close above it, I'm swinging calls for next week.
You say close above it, you mean by Friday or what?
If they close tomorrow above it, then
Oh,
I'll
just in general, close above
yeah.
it. Got it.
See, I'm not sure what this global thing does. What the hell is it marked up for all the charts? I thought globally it would draw the same thing for every ticker you do. This little thing here.
You're still on RTH?
Yeah, that's a good point. Thank you. Oh man. Yes, looks from the motley profile here much healthier than NQ. But let me make sure NQ. That was probably an RTH there. Oh man, you guys see this? What do you guys see here? Look where NQ is compared to ES. Where's NQ?
It's near
Just
the
trying to get back in.
October low.
It's trying to get back inside the October low reclaim it. We only have like 2 days left. What, 3 days left trading? And here's ES. And remember earlier we said, you know, on short term, like 3-day, they're almost identical in terms of bullishness. All right, so now if they're able to hold this level here, you know, above 42.66, man, they can have a major run. I would not be shocked if they run it up all the way to this 43.76, about 100 points. Probably gonna redraw this now. And our first sig is here at 43.35, so very close to this little range that we have. Yeah, this level is super important here because you guys see what happens if they're able to crack this level that we have here that's range high right now. There's also the reclaim of this massive node here. So what you could see here is that they come here and build up, and then this becomes what, larger volume profile, and then they would create what type of shape? You would have V shape. And you could basically continue doing the balance within the monthlies. I think that's what they do, but let's see. This is important level, you know, in terms of structure on volume profile. You could reclaim this. You have about, what is this? 130 points, 121 points higher. So I'll definitely watch that, but just make sure you're aware of the monthly profile tomorrow. Let me see. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trading days. And we got to hold this value area low here, 42.48, which is our 3-day value area low. It gives me a lot of confidence that people are going to show up. The buyers are going to show up when you see some recent development of 3 days and then the whole month that you have the value area low being there. So, and a lot of people here are seeing what pattern. You know, if you look at people, they're looking at what?
Head and
The
shoulders.
Mexican hat. I'm just kidding. The head and shoulders.
People have a dirty mind here. Yeah, so they're seeing head and shoulders, and no, you know, if they're loading up on puts, what a better way to kill them by just auctioning higher, right? And remember what I mentioned, when you have a short squeeze, you know, or short cover rally, the more they feed it, you know, with the short covering, the faster they're gonna be taking their stop losses, right? Because if you're a weak seller, your stop losses are too close. If you're confident in your position and what you're seeing, you stay short. Does that make sense? So if I shorted this level and I had the target of, let's say 41, 42.20, well, 100 points, if he was there, he's most likely going to cover only his position once it arrives to that level. A short, a weak short is he's shorting here, but it goes here and it hits his stop loss. Now, what does he have to do? He has to buy to cover, right? Now he's part of that trend and he shorts here again. He gets hit, then he buys to cover, and he just keeps feeding the system till he gets to a point what the market's trying to stop. What is market trying to stop as we're going up?
Buyers.
Buyers.
Yeah, we're trying to stop the buyers. So until they find a level where they're no longer interested in that market auction, that's when, we reverse. The auction ends. You want a proper auction end, then we reverse and auction the opposite direction. You usually need access, or unfair high or unfair low to indicate that the auction completed. Okay. Does that make sense? Is it starting to make sense on TPOs a little bit? I hope it is.
Yes, all that repeating it over and over is getting in.
Yeah, trust me, I'm repeating it, but I'm
I'm
seeing it too.
sorry. Thank you.
Yeah, so if you have some access here, they're reiterating again. They have some access low here. They have some single prints here. Remember, it takes 2 TPOs to have the single prints. Count it, right? But it occurred about in the G period here. So yeah, I mean, it's not as confident buy as it was on the bottom, because if it was 1, what does 1 TPO show in terms of buyers?
Not confident.
Yeah, they're not really decisive, right? So I would definitely watch here. If we stay, where are we now? If we stay below this level of POC, especially this 38, if you stay there, high chance you're going to be kind of tiptoeing back to 709 value area low, and I don't even know. I can't remember where we're at right now. So losing this POC, most likely you're going to target about 35 points to 50. And why would 50 matter from the recent, auction that you had? Well, if you look here, you have this value area high that matches what? Very close to 4 months value area low and the prior day value area low. So this zone here becomes like a potential bounce, because then it would mean what? Let me give you a trend line, because that's what retail is going to look for. Where would the trend line be formed if that happens? Most likely it will hit the trend line somewhere in between here, or crack and then bounce, trap some people on a trend line. They would look to bounce it here. And that probably happens while you guys sleep tonight, just FYI. Okay, they crack and then they go from here, right? It would be a decent level to create a higher high from here. Oh, I'm sorry, higher low from there. Okay. So 3-day POC, 3-day value area high. These are bigger levels. October, we want to see us get into the monthly, right? On both ES is in and ES is above POC. NQ is still kind of working to get inside October. So if they can do that, that'd be great. And then I don't know where we are on a TPO monthly here. Let's see. Yeah. So you guys see anything interesting here?
The monthly TPO and volume profile is about the same level that it's projecting.
Yeah, pretty close, right? So And you see here, if you get in here, right, and you're able to just, I mean, how many candles closed inside here in the past 3 days? Above the 3-day value area high, how many candles we had?
None.
0. So if they have 0 candles inside, well, it would be good that we have a 4-hour candle take this high out, and then you could have a little bit more bullish bias that they created value and they're finding value to be higher. And immediately you could see that they could target this because there's a lot of skinny meat here, skinny belly. Above that, they're probably targeting the POC at 15.3. But as long as they're staying here and not popping inside, the value is still being perceived as what?
Too high.
Too high, correct. Okay. All right, guys. Well, I'll do the write-up. I'm probably gonna do the write-up in the morning after I see the news in Germany and stuff. I mean, you guys see my levels, but I'll do the morning write-up so you guys can at least see what's going on. I can give you some directional what I plan on doing in terms of, visual charts and where do I plan on taking long. As of right now, if we stay above the 3-day POC, I'm staying bullish for the day that they're creating value, and then TPOs are agreeing right now that we're a little bit more bullish than bearish, but we need to crack this 857. Like we need to crack that first thing in the morning or tonight. And if we crack it overnight, the one thing you do not want to see during the cash session is what?
Fail back inside.
Yeah, we don't want to fail back inside. They have to hold this if they do it overnight. If they fail, then they're going 14,786. A big test come in, which should occur probably here 2 a.m. or so tonight if things work out. If they crack that, then they're targeting 3-day value area low. Losing this, they're probably gonna trigger these single prints here. And this should be my favorite trade because this is right on at about 100 points. And this would happen quickly. How do we know? Well, let's look at the support they had on this run up. I just grabbed from the low to the high to see where the buyers were. And where were the buyers?
They're all at the top.
Yeah, they're accumulating here. So now they're trying to figure out if you're able to crack this, right? You're in a P shape. The short cover rally continues, right? Usually when you have a short cover rally, it doesn't stall the second day. Okay. So when you think about this on single prints, right? It's not the cleanest P shape, but usually you would have, a higher high, everything would shift. And you should close a little bit above this level if you wanted to continue this. But tomorrow is just as important. This 57 is your biggest level you got. You break that, you visit 885, and over that, you guys saw that it's basically open space, 100 points to the top. Even if you do one M and Q here, and you give it, I don't even know how many points, you want to give them 20 points or even more, stop loss, you could make some decent money if you catch 100 points, right? So think smaller investment, better return, smaller size, better opportunity for the trade to work out. At least that's how I would play it tomorrow, but that's your guys' decision, right?
Yeah, so the one you posted last night and that worked out, didn't it?
I think all 3 of them worked out from last night. Oh, you're talking about the one
Oh, and this one.
the one I swung over when I got in? Yes, I collected
Yeah.
3 points on that one last night. But these trades, did anyone follow through to see how this worked? Did first one work out?
Yes.
Did second one work out?
Yep. Actually, it was the first one literally became the first and the third became almost pretty much one run. And then you had to
exactly.
rebound.
But every single one worked, and you tap this. I hate to say it, but you tap this 41.75 to a penny. They hit perfectly today here. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, this was yes. I'm like, whoa. But it was the same spot there.
Yeah, they were moving the same.
It was here, right? So let's see, now it's bothering me.
is the top, that top part. You got you got 1 and 3 basically going all the way to the bottom and then bouncing off the
Yeah.
bottom up.
So yeah, this one and this one here. But this is the one that was in question right here when we, at least I was hoping they bounced here at the POC level, but they caught me short. I'm sorry, caught me long here. I was green. I had about 7 contracts on ES, but then it didn't work out, so I got hit. I think it was $700 something. But then here, you know, I was able to. I didn't catch it, but if I was, I would definitely take this. It was a really, really good setup. I would say just you don't need much more than a 3-day range tomorrow on volume profile and trade the nodes and value area high of 3-day POC and value area low, and you should be okay. Tomorrow should be a fairly easy day until 4:35. Okay, all right, guys. Well, I'm gonna go catch some sleep. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Thanks, Shorty.
Night, Shorty. Thank you.
Good night. Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
See you later.